You have been studying for months, you know the NCRT lines, but every time you sit for the mock test, the score is just 400, 300, or even less than that. You don't know how to handle it. A few days back, I have found these things from my bookshelf. From the thumbnail of this video, you can clearly guess that what are these. These are some of the mock papers that I have solved before my NEET exam. In this paper, I can see that I have got a 540 marks out of 720, and I can remember that this was one of the first full syllabus mock test that I have given in my NEET preparation. This was not the lowest marks indeed. I have got 400 to 450 range of marks also, but those paper I cannot find till now. Another is this paper. Here I have got a 670 marks out of 720. This was in the last 10 days of my NEET, I guess. This is something that is not impossible as of now. You can do it, but there are certain things that you have to follow to boost your marks that much. In this video, I am going to discuss those points or those things that you need to remember while giving your mock test. At the end, there is a crazy story that I want you guys should listen. I know most of you have made a certain plan or sequence to solve the MCQ in the mock paper and practice that in the whole year. In this last minute, my suggestion will be you will always stick to that and keep it as it is. If you are someone who have not made a certain plan or sequence to solve the mock papers and solving question from here and there, then you should follow a plan. My suggestion will be starting from the biology, then chemistry, and finally the physics. If you start the biology at the very beginning, it will boost your confidence, and that is something you really need in the exam hall, especially when you are stuck in a question of physics or chemistry. While solving the mock test, you will always have to keep an eye on the time, because if you don't do that, you will get a shortage of time, and that will make you leave that questions that were known to you and solving them wrong as you are in a hurry. The time management that I personally followed was that biology 45 minutes, physics 1 hour, and chemistry 1 hour. And after completion of every section, you will certainly see the time and adjust your speed accordingly. In my last 60 days, I was pretty much sure that I have to revise the whole syllabus for at least 2 times. My first revision took me around 35 to 40 days, and in my second revision, I utilized the remaining days. Frankly speaking, I couldn't cover all that syllabus in my first revision. So the point is that मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि everyone needs 2 times or 3 times revision, but you have to revise the best way you can, because something is always better than nothing. Your revision is incomplete if you do not solve MCQs from that chapter, and while solving the MCQs, you will definitely have to keep your eye on the time, because each and every second matters in the NEET. But I used to do that. I set a number of questions that I will solve from that chapter and then set a timer in my phone. I will solve until the timer rings, and when the timer rings, I will again put a timer of 10 minutes and start solving. I used to do this thing till the number of questions that I have targeted was completed. This is what most of the student just ignore. वो मॉक टेस्ट तो देते हैं पर उसका एनालाइज नहीं करते, एंड दिस इज द मोस्ट पर्टिकुलर रीजन व्हाई योर मार्क्स आर नॉट इंक्रीजिंग. You are giving the mocks, not analyzing it, and making those same mistakes again and again, and resulting in poor marks. See, you have to note down those mistakes, see them each and every day, and commit it to your memory, because those are the mistakes you shouldn't do in your final NEET paper. Let me clear, this is not for everybody. Especially if you are having a large amount of backlog, you shouldn't follow this. If you are following all the things that I have mentioned till now, but there is not an increase in your marks and you are not getting that satisfactory marks you want, you can increase the frequency of the mock test that you are appearing. Revise as per your plans, give the mock test and analyze it, and repeat this cycle. I can assure you that gradually you will see there is an increase in your marks, and especially if you have a weak chapter or weak topic, you should definitely work on it and give it a more attention. You all have seen cricketers practicing in the net before the match. That is somewhat shadow practicing. Just like those, the mock tests are also shadow practice to you for that NEET day. You are solving the questions, marking them in the OMR sheet, proper time management. This little thing will make you ready for that NEET day. And if you are someone who want to get into the medical college this year only, you have to give those mock tests more sincerely. So ending this video with a crazy story of mine. I can remember it was in the month of April, I guess, 10 to 15 days prior to my NEET exam. So I was very much anxious at that time. So I prepared myself for everything that can happen with me on the NEET day. But I did that in one or two mock tests, I guess. I switched off the fan in my room and sat for 3 hours, gave a mock test. While giving the mock test, I was sweating profusely. And you know that how much temperature prevails in the April month. So it was too much tough for me, but I didn't give up. I sat for the mock test. Frankly speaking, I will also suggest you to do this at least for one mock test, because you also don't know what will happen with you on that day unless and until you are having any medical issues. And what I believe, you should hope for the best, but you should prepare yourself for the worst situation. That is for today. Keep studying and believe in yourself. See you guys in the next one.